Hello, everybody. It's Butter here, and we are back at Eve to Engines. Today is the age of the Newcomen, and the first thing that we're going to need is to make ourselves some rubber. The Newcomen requires a seal for the crude piston in order to function, and for that we need a tire. And we'll also need a belt for the pulley drive mechanism. So we're in the jungle. If you're on a big server, you're only going to be able to access this biome if you are in the right family, and that's the brown family, not the black family. They are native to the desert, which looks like this, but the brown family. But I'm on a low pop server right now, so I can jump in and out of the biomes, no problem. So what you need to do to get rubber is you need latex, and you're going to need a knife to get it. So you use your knife on one of these rubber trees, and that'll make a slashed rubber tree. And then you put your bucket on there, and that's how you collect the latex. These horses like to run off. So we're going to make 3 buckets of latex. I'll try and use my mouse to show you guys how you can do that. Put that in your backpack. All right, and we've got one more tree here. We'll give her a nice smile. All right, and that is our latex. So it takes a minute for it to collect. While we wait, let's get a bucket of palm kernels. So palm, you can put in a bucket just like wheat or corn, if you're familiar with that. And you're going to want to bring a bowl with you because you need this to collect your palm kernels off the trees. So just click on the oil palm with your bowl. Let me go get my horse. Watch out for the mosquitoes. If you don't have a mod, this is what it looks like. They're just these little black dots. Stash the bowl. So we've got 4 palm kernels, which is enough to make our latex, but you can fit 6 in a bucket, so I am just going to get 6 for us. And you can pile it up on the ground like this as well, and then you use your bucket on that. I've made a good amount of progress on the base since last episode, getting ready for the Newcomen. So now the next thing you need to make rubber is sulfur. And you find that in the desert biome at these hot springs. And you can collect it with a bowl. And you can also put that sulfur right into your buckets of coagulated latex. Just like that. It can hold up to 3 sulfur at a time. But I already took one off of this to make my horse cart tires. So we're just going to get 2. And then that should be enough for our Newcomens. Right. I saved the banana yum just for this occasion. So let's eat that banana. And we'll head back home. So I just went straight south to find this jungle and desert. I'm in the language family band, or the iron band. Below that's the jungle, and below that is the desert. All right. So this is our smithy. These furnaces are in the same spot that they were. Mighty helped me build this nice smithy to work in. And we've also got a little kitchen set up over here. And that's going to be great. So we need to make palm oil to make oiled buckets of sulfured latex. For that, we're going to need a couple of bowls, and we're going to need a round stone. I'll take my egg out of here. I still think this goose is yum. Yeah. So we're going to need a couple of bowls. One with palm kernels, and the other one is going to need water. I got my water bucket over here. And we're also going to need a round stone handy, and we'll want this skewer handy as well. This is what we're going to use to mix up our oiled and sulfured latex. Right, I think all my fire starting supplies are in the smithy. Let's grab a couple leaves. And we'll get this fire started. We're going to need it later for smithing, making our Newcomen, so I'll add some firewood to it. All right. So once this turns to coals, we can roast our palm kernels. And then we crush them with the stone, add some water, and roast them again. So we roast them, right-click to swap, crush those, add in the water, and switch. Then you have to use an empty bowl on the bowl of separating palm oil to get palm oil. Roast these, crush them up, roast them again, and then you get a switch and use the empty bowl on the bowl of palm oil. Great, now we've got our oiled and sulfured latex. We can mix that up. And I'm going to go ahead and make one of these buckets into tires. We only need 2 for our Newcomens. But we'll need some extra to run the well. And then this rubber dough I'm going to save for our belt. Great. So we only need 1 in the smith. Let's go in here. All right. Get those all set up for working our wrought iron. All the Newcomen parts are made with wrought iron, so you don't have to make any steel. And we're going to need 3 to make the Newcomen for the smithy, and another 3 to make the Newcomen for the well. And I'm also going to make a crude piston and a tank, because we'll need those as well. Click to heat them up. It's very similar to making the steel tools. You click on these hot pieces of metal. So we're going to need 1 crude piston, 1 cylinder, and 1 of these boilers. And then we need another crude piston for our Newcomen hammer. This is going to be how we make our roller and our pulley drive mechanism. So you put your cylinder on top of this, and then you take your tire and put that on there. So this one will be the one for the smithy here. And actually, let's do it at the other one. That's closer to. Closer to the iron. Throw that in there. Let's light this up. So we're going to do 4 more, and we're going to make another Newcomen and tank. Switch. And then before they cool down, there's the tank, and there's the boiler. So this will be for our well. Oh, I accidentally made the wrong thing. I needed another piston. Another one of these. Big goof, but that's all right. I got a little extra iron here. And we are going to need another one of these cylinders in the future, so it's not a waste. There we go. We'll just tuck this away from when we go get oil next episode. So here's this one, and we do need to grab our tire. We'll put this over by our well. Here's the tire. Put that on there. So these atmospheric cores, Newcomen atmospheric cores, are not all that there are to the Newcomen. We also need to make a block tower. And we need to get a pump beam kit and a rope to finish them up. So let's do that. To make blocks, you need a chisel, which is this little guy here, and you need a mallet. So I'll grab those. And we're also going to need a shovel to dig up the big rocks. So we'll grab that. There should be some big rocks just over here. Right. So to make these stone blocks, you're going to use a chisel on the big rock and then use a mallet on that to split it. And then you got to take your chisel off and separate these rocks. Then individually on these rocks, place your chisel. And there you go, you've got your stone blocks. We're going to need 4 for each Newcomen tower. Right, there we go. That's that one. So let's go set this up by our well. So once you've got your family dry deep well, I had to kind of take all the water out and fill it into these cisterns. That's when you can use your stone block on this. So that's the first step, is to add your 4 stone blocks. And then the next is to make a pump beam kit for ourselves. And for that, you're going to need 2 straight sticks. And you're also going to need 2 curved sticks. And you kind of stack them all up. You put the 2 straight sticks together, the 2 curved sticks together, and then you've got your pump beam kit. Pump beam kit. You put that on there. And then you do have to be old enough to do this. If you're a child, you can't pick up the core, but you can add that right on to the tower there. And it's almost done. We just need one thing, which is a rope. So I'll grab this lasso here. And I don't have a knife, but there's one in my horse cart. I know. There we go. So we got our rope. We can add that. And this is now ready to be operated. So to run this thing, it starts as a dry Newcomen pump. You need to add a bucket of water first, and then I'll have a full boiler. And then you're going to want to add a basket of charcoal. Have myself a turkey leg. And I got some charcoal up here in the smithy that we can steal for this. Toss that right in there. And now all you need to do is light this, and you'll get a full tank of water. So I will show you how to do that in a moment. But first, let's build the Newcomen for the smith, because it actually works a little bit differently. So for this, you're going to need some stakes, some building stakes. So these are the same thing that we use to make the snare. And you place them where you want your Newcomen to go, which is going to be right next to one of your kilns or forges. It's going to make it very convenient. So we hit the stakes once to get floor stakes, twice to get wall stakes, north-south wall stakes, and then the freestanding corner wall stakes. I think this is what we use the mallet on. No, it's the next one. Yes, the pit stakes. Use the mallet on this. And that makes Newcomen tower stakes. Gotta grab my mallet because we need more of those cut rocks. Oh, my chisel broke. But I was anticipating this. And I made a new chisel. Here it is. So once you've got this broken steel tool, you can actually combine it with another broken tool, and you'll get some scrap steel, which is very useful. You can melt that down and make more steel ingots. So always try and combine your broken tools when you see that. All right, let's make this block. That's these. And I don't really want to carry them one at a time, so I will go get my horse. But yeah, you put them on that Newcomen tower stakes, and you've got a foundation for your Newcomen. one nice trick with the horse is you can right click on what you want to grab. Click on your horse. Right click. Click on your horse. Click on your horse. That's a fast way that you can use your mouse. Alright, so we've got our Newcomen tower. All good to go. And we need another pump beam kit. Mighty planted these nice trees here for me, so that'll work perfect. And I think there's another branch up here. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to show you guys, but I think I will. So we need our rope, which I think I left in the horse cart. No, over by... Yep, here it is. And this will finish up our Newcomen along with a U-shaft. It looks like we are running out of time for this episode, but next episode I'm going to show you guys how to make a roller and a pulley drive mechanism for this Newcomen engine. And then we use the Newcomen hammer for that. All right, well, that's going to be it for me today. We'll wave goodbye.